This time in Goss's Garage, we're going to talk about how you find noises that seem to be impossible to isolate. See, cars, as they get older, they develop noises. Even some new cars may have noises that can be very annoying. But how do you go about doing it? Well, there are a number of different ways, but for the difficult stuff, the stuff underneath the car and so on that only make noise as you're driving down the road and things like that, well, how do you go about finding those noises? Well, this is a tool that comes from Snap-on Tools. This is their Blue Point line. And the way this works is really simple. See, you have these transmitters that go underneath the vehicle or go near the noise. And what you do is you turn these on, and then you plug in one of these alligator clips, like so. Plug it in, and then you get all four of them hooked up. And what you do is you start out by looking at the area under the car where you think the noise is coming from. You know, maybe you think it's coming from the top of one of the struts or something like that. So you take these and you clip them on someplace around where you think the noise is. And then what you do is you turn on this head unit, and the head unit is going to have all of these different buttons, and you can add more sensors to it. Now, right now, I have this set on number 1, and what would happen underneath the car is if you do something that makes a noise, you can see the noise on the indicator lights, and you can hear it. You can also move the from one of these sensors to the other. Like we go over here to number 2. If you notice, I'm hitting the pickup for number 1. We're not seeing it on number 2 because number 2 is not where the noise is. So then we can go to number 3 and so on. And by process of elimination, moving these around where you think the noise is coming from, whichever one gets the strongest signal. So we go back here to number 1. And that was our strongest signal. So now we move everything closer to that one, and by process of elimination, by moving these closer and to the strongest signal that we get, we can dial in on the actual cause of the noise. So it's a pretty clever way to diagnose noises on a car. The other thing you can do, you can put a headphone on it, you can listen to the headphones and so on. But the big thing is that this is a way to find those impossible to find noises, because they really aren't impossible to find. Here's the tool to do the impossible. And if you have a question, a comment, or just want more information, check us out at goss-garage.com.